Hey folks, welcome back to the Dyson Sphere program. Last time we doubled our production of processors on Clement Star 1, which is going to help us when we get into producing quantum chips. Our throughput there should really help us out. We're also sending back now some delicious titanium crystals. And we're going to get into producing Casimir crystals from them this episode. So let's head home. We'll go to the mall. We'll watch our bots swarm us with materials and resources and buildings. And then we'll pick a place and start figuring out how to do Casimir crystals. Okay, we landed at the old mall. You can't win them all, right? Let's head over to the new mall, which is over here. And when we set down, we should be swarmed with bots feeding us materials. All right, let's just hover here. Give the bots a second to catch up to us. Give us everything we need. So I picked up a few extras here we'll get rid of. Somebody somewhere is going to want these processors. I won't throw away 70 processors. Who wants processors? You do. All right, let's give you some processors. Why not? Well, you're done producing whatever it is you're making. Let's go down to the far end. Somebody down here wants processors and is not able to get them. Let's see. Not you. What are you waiting on? Product overflow? I beg your pardon? Oh, I guess that's fair. Who wants... I guess we just stick these into the network. Let's see. Processors are right there. So it's this one? Yeah, okay. Dump these in there. We're getting filled up with lots of yummy, tasty goodies. Let's see what's coming in. Bunch of missiles. Bunch of corvettes. That's what those are, right? Corvettes? Yeah, okay. Looks like we're a little bit slow on delivery for the belt, so I'll go speed that up. How are we looking now? All right, we can get rid of you. We did burn through quite a bit of foundation as well. But yeah, they're swimming over here. They're giving us everything we need. They're slowly filling us up with goodies. Let's see, that's the pile sorters. There's the Mark 3s. The Mark 2s we can just straight up delete. And with that, we're pretty close to restocked. Not bad, not bad. So, okay, let's talk about Casimir crystals. This is what we want to produce next. This requires titanium crystals, graphene, and hydrogen. Now, one thing we do need to get going here is we need to go over to our interstellars and request those Casimir crystals. So where do I have a slot for you? Over here. Let's request, or rather titanium crystals. Let's request those. We're going to demand from remote and supply to local, and here they come flying in. I guess we can just leave this at the max for now. I think actually we probably want to maximize our fire ice as well. We can get quite a lot of that in, and we're going to need some. Another thing we're going to need is hydrogen. We're going to want to request some hydrogen from the orbital collectors as well. And I think I might need a new orbital or interstellar for that. I think these are all full now. Yeah, they are. Right, and you were the last one? So we're going to need a new interstellar over here. Let's see if we can squeeze that in. And we might not be able to fit it in between. I think there's not quite enough room here for another one. So this is going to be slightly offset. Yeah, it won't fit right there. Looks like we can fit it right there. Okay, let's get you down. Get you set up correctly. And let's demand hydrogen from the orbital collectors. It's powered off. Let's get it powered on. And you're gonna supply locally, so we should see a lot of hydrogen coming in. There we go. So we'll set up another tower for fire ice and hydrogen wherever we do our Casimir production, as well as the titanium crystals, which we're now warping in from Clement Star 1. So let's find a nice empty space on the planet where we can build some Casimir crystals. Where it looks good. We've used up a lot of the land. Down here seems good. Yeah, let's head over to this chunk. It's over on the light side. We know that much. Where were we looking? This chunk right here? Okay. So, the limiting factor for us, what's going to help us design our factory here, is going to be the titanium crystals. We have a limited amount of those. Where do we want to build? I guess we'll build in this band. So let's set down some working area here. Where am I? Okay. Let's set down some working area here. This is going to be headed the other direction. We're going to be going left to right here, it looks like. So, for Casimir crystals, they're what? Pink? Yeah, alright. Let's get a nice pinky color. Do we have a pink color? Not really. Let me set up a custom color here. Something kind of a nice pale pink. That looks good. Okay. And then we want to be, I think, in this band. Yeah, this band looks good. So that goes to there. Okay. Set up some working area here. Oh, that band is kind of narrow. I guess we'll try it and see if we can make it work. Lack of item. Are you kidding me? There are no item lacks for the mighty Josiwe. All right. Sure. Let's use this. I think we want to build left to right here. So let's see. We want one tower, which is going to provide our hydrogen and our fire ice and our titanium crystals, and then we will plug the output back into it. So we do want a planetary tower here for that. Let's set that up first. So you go there. You're going to request fire ice, you're going to request hydrogen, and you're going to request titanium crystals. And you're going to output, or you're going to send back Casimir crystals. So this is demand, demand, demand. Minimum load of drones looks good. Okay. Where are we going to connect you to power? Let's send something down from the left side, I think. Like that. And then we need a little bloop of land here. Maybe just a little teeny tiny island. Let's turn the color off. There we go. A little island for our power station. Looks good. Okay. So, with you powered on, you now have the goodies available. In terms of production here, let's see what one Casimir crystal requires. So it's 1-to-1, which means we can output 100 Casimir crystals if we have enough graphene and hydrogen. This produces 15 per minute. So we'll aim for 90, I guess. Or maybe 105. Probably 90 is easier to work with. If we do 90 crystals, then we want 15. One gets you 15, two gets you 36. We'd want 6 of these, or maybe 7. Yeah, I think we want 6 of these. That should be good. 90 crystals. It'll be proliferated, so it'll come out to a little bit more. So 6 of these means we need... Well, let's put them down, right? Let's assume that we're gonna kind of map out the space here. So we'll leave a little bit of room for things to come out. I guess we'll do 6 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would be the idea. And then if you're making Casimir crystals, then we need your inputs proliferated. Oh, I guess the other thing we need is we need a proliferation box. So, but the outputs would come along here and feed into the tower like that. And then I guess we put the proliferator box here. Maybe we stick that in here. And then we have our 3 lines of materials coming out. Well, I'm not sure exactly how we are going to do this, because we want to proliferate the inputs to this. So we want to proliferate the hydrogen, whatever hydrogen we have and whatever we produce while we're making the graphene, and the crystals as well. So let's say we have the crystals coming out first. Like that. You'll be the titanium crystals. And then any extra hydrogen coming out of here, we're going to want proliferated. So let's get the hydrogen line out. You're going to be hydrogen. Let's proliferate you as well. And then if we have the proliferator box here, then we can, I believe, come out and down like this. Why is it... That looks like that'll work. Okay. So we'll have some hydrogen coming out, or some proliferator coming out here. Let's see if we have a route in range over here for proliferator. Do you have any nearby? 2 available routes. Okay. That should, as long as one route's in range, that's enough. Okay. Now, the other thing we're going to need to do is figure out how much fire ice we want to turn into graphene and hydrogen. So, we need... Let's see. We're doing 90 crystals, so we're going to need 180 graphene from fire ice, right? And we do that with chemical plants. So let's take a look at that. Production chemical plant. Fire ice to graphene. Let's see. For 180, we can do 30 recipes. We can do 60 per minute. So we would need 3 of these to produce 180 graphene, right? And we want their output line, or we want their output lines to join up with... One of the output lines has to go over here. The other output line has to join up with this and be proliferated. So maybe the thing to do then is to actually move these forward a little bit. Let's kill this for now. We'll come back to that in a moment. So let's say let's say you're gonna have fire ice coming in. We want your graphene to loop back around and be proliferated. So we actually want these lines to run a little bit differently. We want... Well, we still need to proliferate them, though. So we'd like one of your outputs to, let's see, if we go like this, then we can have one of your output lines, your graphene, go over here, or we can have your hydrogen go this way and join the hydrogen line. Is that the hydrogen line? No, that's the crystal line, right? We might want to reverse these. Let's have the hydrogen line come out. So you'll be... Nope, you'll be hydrogen, sorry. There we go. So your hydrogen line will come this way and join that. Right? That works. Assuming that we can... That will interfere a little bit with my plan for the proliferator, though. We only need 3 of these, so we can move it forward a little bit. Let me see. Let's move you like there. We'll have your hydrogen come out over here and join this line. And then can I still get the proliferator up? Let's say if I have it here. I guess I need to draw this a little bit more. Can I still get the proliferator to you? Let me get the second line, so we'll have the crystal, the titanium crystals come out here. Okay. And then we need to come down to this. I guess if we... If we do it like that, it'll work? It'll work. It can work like that, but then... Yeah, that kind of... What about... going like that? There we go. It's a little bit awkward, but it should work. That looks fine. All right, so we'll get some proliferator there. So all the hydrogen will be proliferated. You're the wrong type again. There we go. Let's delete this. Let's put you back into the tower. Oh, I can't. Yikes. Okay, we'll get that. We'll get to that in a minute. So we need 3 of these. Your hydrogen comes out here. We should have room for another belt going the other way. But no, the graphene needs to come and get proliferated as well before it... So we'll have the graphene come out on this side and then loop around and go back, I think. Yeah. So you're going to be hydrogen. Right? And then the graphene... Your graphene output line comes over here, hops over this... Can I, if I do this, can I get that proliferator there? That sprayer? I'm not sure if that'll work. It'll work if I do that. Can I make that happen? Can you come all the way to there and then loop back around? Let me see. Oh, that works. Okay. So then the graphene comes out here, gets sprayed, loops back around. And now we got to figure out, let's see, the fire ice line. I think I might have a problem here. I think we need to do this differently. So yeah, let's rethink this. How am I going to make this happen? We definitely need... multiple lines here. What can I do? You need 3 inputs. So you're going to have at least 3 lines coming to your input anyway. We want the fire ice to go in here, and then the graphene and the the graphene and the hydrogen outputs to be proliferated and feed in. And then the last thing we need is this to be proliferated and feed in. So if we have 2 lines coming out here with the outputs, right? Fire ice comes down around the outside. Graphene and hydrogen come up here. We might have to move this as well. Let's think about this, though. So that's graphene, or that's hydrogen, most likely. Yeah, we'd want that to be hydrogen, because hydrogen is the most. So this can actually, you know, we do want that to be kind of long, because we're going to want it to join up down below, like this, right? There's hydrogen. And then graphene can come along here. And then the crystals hop over like this and head along that line, right? Now, can I squeeze in the 3 proliferators here? 1, 2, 3. It looks like I can. Okay, so that works for proliferating all the inputs for the Casimir crystals. And then the fire ice comes down along this side. Okay. So... or actually, I might be able to... these have to be here. This could be one closer, or a little bit closer. No, it actually needs that space to jump, doesn't it? So it needs all that space. And then I think these have to... this space has to be open if we're going to have... well, you have 1 input and 2 outputs. So we could move you here and then have the fire ice come out from here and double up like this. We could do all 3 of your inputs and outputs on one side, right? Because your biggest output is the graphene. Yeah, you don't have huge numbers of stuff coming in and out. I think we can make this work. So this will be fire ice. We'll take the fire ice in. And then we will output graphene and hydrogen. So this line is... this line down here is the hydrogen line. So you'll output hydrogen here, and then you'll output graphene here, right? So you take in fire ice, you output hydrogen and graphene. The hydrogen, the priority is for the output from the chemical plants. Additional hydrogen can come from here. These all get proliferated, including the titanium crystals and the graphene, which flows along here. And then these guys can suck in all those proliferated resources and make Casimir crystals. All right, we've got what we need. Let's fill out these belts a little bit. Place down 2 more of these. Okay, there's a little bit of a problem there. Where can you actually work? All right, we're gonna have to fix that, looks like. It says collides with other object. Huh. Okay. Let's move this over there. And delete this one. And then we'll move this over here. And delete this one. And we'll see if that fixes the problem. Okay. It's kind of a weird connection, but we'll take it. I think we can fix this. This weird output. Yeah. Not sure what this weird angle's about, but this should work if we fix it. Okay. So, now we got to figure out where the proliferator goes. I thought it would go here, but I'm not sure that works. Let's see. If I... Let's delete this for the time being. If I grab you... and we go from here to here so that I can make sure I can connect it. And then I go up by 1. I can come here. And then I can loop around and feed in. Yes. Okay, there we go. That's going to work. Let's get the sorter connected. Okay. So this should be our blueprint, I think, for producing these Casimir crystals. Let's do inputs and outputs on the assemblers here. So you're going to want 3 inputs. And 1 output. And then we want... How many did I have? I guess I had 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? No, we had 6, right? Because... yeah, there we go. We had 6 because it was a multiple of 15. So this is going to produce 90 crystals plus 25%, which is another... what, half of 45 is 22.5. So this will produce 112.5 Casimir crystals per minute. Or theoretically it should. Let's clean it up a little bit right here. We can get rid of those extra belt ends. We can get rid of these extra belt ends here. And in point of fact, this one can end even a little bit closer. Oh wait, I screwed this up, didn't I? Yeah, this is wrong. Hold up a sec. Okay. So all 3 of you are taking in fire ice, putting out graphene and hydrogen. More hydrogen's coming from here. The hydrogen, fire ice, and titanium crystals are all proliferated. They all feed into the assemblers, which make Casimir crystals for me. This all looks right. Let's see if we can squeeze in some power poles and get this thing turned on. This is going in here, right? Yeah, okay. All right, power poles. You definitely have one there. You can fit one there and one there. That's nice. Okay. And then we'll do them here every couple of... that looks good. Anything undone? Or is the whole thing working? Everything's powered up. All right. Casimir crystal. You've produced Casimir crystal. By imposing a mere static magnetic field, a rather distinctive Casimir effect can be observed. This feature can be used to make a device for manual interference with quantum jump results. What a historic moment it'll be. Okay, so what's happening here that's not... Why aren't you guys working? Lack of material? There is fire ice available for you. Oh, this is reversed. That's the problem. Can I reverse you? There's not a button to do it. All right. We'll fix that. In goes the fire ice. Okay, now you're making graphene and hydrogen. Okay, very nice. Let's see if you make enough. You should. Yeah. Okay, we're powering all of these guys now. Very nice. Okay. So we could actually make this a blueprint, copy the whole thing, and throw it down. The only problem is we don't have the titanium crystals. But this is a self-contained tower recipe, which is very nice. I like that. Let's clean up the foundation a little bit. We can go ahead and remove some of the extra here. It doesn't quite work the way I want it to in terms of like laying out delicious colored layouts. You kind of got to be very careful with it. Okay. Okay, so there we go. There's our Casimir crystal tower plant project complete. With those available, we can figure out what to work on next. Let me just go ahead and grab a copy of this. I wonder if it makes sense to actually, like, really narrow it down like that. But then I'd have to do the same thing here. I don't know. Yeah, maybe not. We'll just leave it as... This is the rectangular space that we're taking up for this build. I'm pretty happy with that. It took me 30 minutes to get 112 and change Casimir crystals up in production. I feel like I'm getting a little bit better at the game. We're not quite where I'd want to be yet to like really move fast, but we're starting to build up a portfolio of blueprints and starting to learn how things work. Took me a minute to figure out the belt layout over here, but we got there in the end. Let me make a copy of this. This is a nice blueprint to have. If we can, all we would have to do is get more titanium crystals into the system, and we could lay another one of these down and double production. All right, let's grab that. You're going to be tower builds / Casimir. What is this? 112.5. Casimir 112.5. I think that's the right numbers. Let's give it the Casimir crystal. Let's see. Yeah, it's self-contained, so don't need much more than that. Let's see. Did I get the numbers right? You're producing 18.8 per minute, and there's 6 of you. 18.8 times 6 is 112.8. Okay. 112.8. Very nice. Okay. Well, for once I'm done a little early. We're at the 33-minute mark. So what am I going to do with these Casimir crystals? I know that we're looking to make green science, so... The Casimir crystals, I think, go into the quantum chip. They're part of this. Yeah. The plane filter uses quantum chips. So it looks like we'll be able to make about 100 of these plane filters. We'll probably proliferate that as well. 12 seconds means what? We would make 5 per minute. Boy, that is a very low amount. So 5 per minute. We could actually go up to 110. Because we're going to have 110 crystals per minute. Is there anything else that these things are used in that we want to... Like, is anybody else using Casimir crystals? Or is it only the quantum or the plane filter thing? It might be used in something else. If it is, I'm not seeing it. Plasma capsule? Oh, this is an ammunition that I was told is very, very good. That uses deuterium, so maybe we can use some of our stockpiled deuterium to make some of that. Sooner or later, we're going to get antimatter. That might use the Casimir crystals. I'm not sure. Doesn't look like much uses them, so we could put the entirety of production here into this. So if we're making 5 per minute and we have 110, that means what? We could build 22 producers here. Is that right? 22 times 5. So 20 times 5 is 2 times 50 is 100. Yeah. We could build 22 producers of this plain filter stuff. I guess. Where does this reinforced glass come from? Titanium glass. Interesting. It takes regular glass plus titanium ingots and water. We can feed a lot of titanium ingots into the system from either all. I think there's some on All Wait 4 that we're not using. I think there's kind of a lot on All Wait 4 that we're not using. I'm not sure what our actual stat value for titanium is. Titanium ingot. Production's at 0. Consumption's at 330. Oh, this is the local planet. All Wait system. We're not producing anywhere near as much as we're consuming, but we're somehow keeping up with demand. I'm not... No, consumption spikes when new deliveries arrive. So we might need to... Maybe this would be a helpful thing to do. We to just go, like, dump a bunch of titanium into the system. Because... let's see. If we go out to All Wait 4... Yeah, it's got 14 million titanium ore. So that feels like a good starting point. Let me see. You should have space for some of these crystals now. Can I dump these in here? Yeah, there we go. Okay. You, I can delete. You, I can delete because we have infinite of you. Let's see. I used up a bunch of this. Okay. Anything else we ate into? I think we're good here. So I guess... Yeah, I guess that my thought process is we're going to need more titanium production. And the place to do it is All Wait 4. And then so next episode we'll probably do a titanium glass. There's no water on All Wait 4, right? There's no ocean there? I don't think so. It's an ice planet, so there wouldn't be, right? Ocean type water. There is water there. Is there stone? There's a little bitty bit of stone. So maybe what we want to do is just set up titanium glass production there. How much stone does it actually require? It needs the glass, which is a little stone hungry. But maybe we just use whatever stone is there to make this. And just kind of use it up in that. So we make a glass factory, we make a titanium ingot factory, and then we make a titanium glass factory with that little bit of water. And then we ship this back. Now, how much are we going to need? We need double. So if we're going to be making 110, we need 220 titanium glass. And given the way recipes work, this is going to do what? 12 per minute, is that right? Yeah. So we probably aim for 240, which means 20 producers. I don't know that we need to proliferate the glass or the inputs to the glass. I don't think we do. We might proliferate the raw stone just to make it go a little bit further when we produce the glass. So the raw stone here might be proliferated to make the glass. And then we need 200. I guess we're going to aim for 240 titanium glass would be the goal to ship back home for later use in producing plain filters and then ultimately quantum chips. It's a good thing we upped our processor stuff last time. Okay, so I think we have a plan. We'll probably call the episode there. There's not enough time for me to actually get started. But the goal is to go, next episode is to go to All Wait 4 and produce 240 titanium glass per minute. So that's my thought process. That's my plan. That's my episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. As the sun rises here in the east over our brand new Casimir crystal factory, I'll sign off here and tell you that I hope to see you next time and ask you very politely and with the warmest of intentions to take care.